Worm, an introverted teenage girl with an unconventional superpower. Taylor goes out in costume to find escape from a deeply unhappy and frustrated civilian life. Her first attempt at taking down a supervillain is mistaken for one, thrusting her into a midst of the local keep scene's politics, unwritten rules, and ambiguous morals. As she risks life and limb, Taylor faces the dilemma of having to do the wrong things for the right reasons. The story, titled Worm, takes the form of a web serial, posted in bite-sized reads in much the same way that authors such as Mark Twain would release their works one chapter at a time in the days before full-fledged novels. Worm started in June 2011, updating twice a week, and finished in late November 2013. It told roughly 1,680,000 words, roughly 26 novels in length, or 10 to 11 very thick novels. The story updated on Tuesdays and Saturdays, with bonus chapters appearing on the occasional Thursday, as explained below. The actual work is divided into a number of story arcs, each containing 5 to 16 individual chapters. Interludes, side stories, are inserted between each story arc to showcase events from different perspectives or provide some background information that the reader wouldn't get from their point of view. Further interludes were released as bonus content when the audience reached specific donation goals, but these were found to distract from the core story, with good reception, but still, and were paced out in favor of additional main story chapters. Readers should be cautioned that Worm is fairly dark as fiction goes, and it gets far darker as the story progresses. Morality isn't black and white. Taylor and acquaintances aren't invincible. The heroes aren't winning the war between right and wrong, and superpowers haven't necessarily affected society for the better. Just the opposite on every count, really. Even on a more fundamental level, Taylor's day-to-day life is unhappy, with her clinging to the end of her rope from the story's outset. The denizens of the Wormverse, as readers have termed it, don't pull punches. I try to avoid doing so myself as a writer. There's graphic language, descriptions of violence, and sex does happen, albeit off screen. It would be easier to note the trigger warnings that don't apply than all the ones that do. All in all, this probably isn't a story for the sensitive or the young. I'd peg it with a PG-18 rating. I think we all know that there's kids who can handle that sort of thing, and there's adults who can't. Use your best judgment. Ask in the comments below if you're still unsure.